You're listening to Young and Restless Update 24. All the latest in television entertainment news. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone have a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Forever fighting. Victor believes he has an advantage over the Abbotts after planting moles at Jabot and paying Audra to sabotage Kyle's love affair with Claire. But as with other moustache conspiracies, it is a game of chess rather than checkers, and so becomes tricky. Michael expressed concern that the insiders they planted when Jabot absorbed Glissade were receiving too much attention, and Kyle informed Jack that he is suspicious of those personnel. Victor appears to be teasing the Black Knight in the preview, which suggests that Jack may keep him in check next week. Has he identified the moles and turned them against him? It seems possible. Meanwhile, Young and Restless has a deadly dull version of Romeo and Juliet playing out as Kyle and Claire struggle to forge a romance amid Victor and Jack's feud. I have to say, I was gobsmacked that an entire episode was devoted to this plot this week. Day. Anyway, Victor's tapped Audra to tempt Kyle and show Claire his true colors, but the real threat to their relationship might come from another direction. Summer admitted she has unresolved feelings for her ex-husband, and as Chelsea and Adam will tell you, the pull to put one's family back together sometimes proves irresistible. As for Audra, I'm here for whatever she does, as she remains one of the characters on Canvas who hasn't gone completely vanilla and reformed, but I hope she's not shooting herself in the foot here. P.S. I love her friendship with Sally. Dropping deets. I'm not sure why Lily thinks Damien needs to answer to her, but he appears to have bought into the idea, as he resolves to tell her everything this week. That should bring us another step closer to grasping Aristotle Dumas' complicated storyline. Given the writer's track record, I'm concerned that it won't live up to the anticipation, but fingers crossed. To be honest, now that Holden and Damien are on the canvas, I'd rather to see them have their own soapy storylines. Double trouble. Alan was almost probably Martin, as the Laurent brothers snapped in response to Sharon and Phyllis heckling. I was happy they, and Ashley, received an audience with their tormentor, and Christopher Cousin's performance was riveting, but there were 100 more satisfying ways this could have played out. We could have had action, for example, rather than just more talk. It also left us without answers to some burning questions. As Nish 414 pointed out on Bluesky, I still want to know where Martin got his information from about Phyllis and Sharon because neither brother was around back in the day. Seriously, how did he know what song was playing when Phyllis argued with Sharon at the gala and fell down the stairs? My main concern is with the idea that Martin lived and Alan died. This does not jive with what we saw play out on screen. They were wearing different outfits at the time of the fall. There is no way that Martin could have changed into his dead brother's clothing and taken on his persona in the time it took for Ashley to run down the stairs and appear outside. That's why I'm holding out hope for a twist. Perhaps they both somehow survived the fall, and Martin took over Alan's life at some point. That way, Alan could be found wherever his twin stashed him and Tracy could still get her happy ending. Do you think Alan's still alive? Vote. As we know from the Young and Restless weekly preview, Alan returns and takes Tracy by surprise when he walks into their suite unexpectedly. And while it may not have been a total surprise, given that she knew he killing them, the challenge for Tracy was flying back from Paris. We're certain her heart was beating out of her chest as she worked to paste on a natural-looking smile and greet him, normally considering she believes he may be responsible for kidnapping Sharon and Phyllis, and nearly as to not let Alan detect her nervousness as she attempts to navigate the unprecedented situation, having to determine whether or not her fiancé is, in fact, the man she fell in love with. Summer meets Phyllis at the athletic club and is surprised to hear her mother declare she's going to Sharon's without any snark. Phyllis explains that Chance wants to speak with the two of them. She is hoping that he has discovered a solution to the kidnapping situation. As Phyllis fidgets, she admits to having dreams and feeling angry. She's used to recovering from tougher situations, but the mental tricks engaged in this were horrific. It stings that someone got off on her and Sharon squirming. They could be observing her right now. That voice in her brain, not going away. Summer says that person only has the power she decides to give them. Her mom agrees. That's something Sharon would say. She won't have peace until the person who did this to her is put away. Sharon throws her purse onto her heap of luggage at home. She's about to take a sip from her water bottle when she flashes back to making Phyllis drink the antidote while they were captive. She snaps out of that when there's a knock at the door. It's Nick, who explains that Christian is with Victoria. He observes that her bags are packed. She says she's excited to see Noah in London. Nick asks if she has room for one more. He's already arranged for the new jet to fly them all over. She's amazed and throws her arms around him. Sharon asks what changed his mind. He explains he wants to see his son, adding that he can only go for a few days. Sharon throws her purse onto her heap of luggage at home. She's about to take a sip from her water bottle when she flashes back to making Phyllis drink the antidote while they were captive. She snaps out of that when there's a knock at the door. It's Nick, who explains that Christian is with Victoria. He observes that her bags are packed. She says she's excited to see Noah in London. Nick asks if she has room for one more. He's already arranged for the new jet to fly them all over. She's amazed and throws her arms around him. Sharon asks what changed his mind. He explains he wants to see his son, adding her composure should she look into his eyes and realize that Alan is Martin, and that he is the monster responsible for Phyllis and given Sharon's ordeal. Things might quickly deteriorate. The man is nothing if not brilliant, especially when it comes to reading people and their psyches, so he'll notice even the smallest changes in her demeanor. To put it frankly, if he knows she knows, Tracy will be in serious danger of dying. Tracy makes a distress call early in the week, according to Young and Restless spoilers. Fortunately, she has the opportunity to do so, since it may be her soul-saving grace and lifeline. We expect the terrifying drama to kick into high gear as Alan/Martin takes Tracy hostage in a last-ditch attempt to evade the authorities. This is usually the point at which the villain confesses to all their crimes and how they got away with it, so that should give us some answers to our burning question distress call early in the week, according to Young and Restless spoilers. Fortunately, she has the opportunity to do so, since it may be her soul-saving grace and lifeless, including, is Alan really Martin? But if the soap gods heed our call, there will be a massive twist here. Teasers indicate Sharon and Phyllis will be hungry for justice. Wouldn't it be divine if they were able to turn the tables on Alan/Martin and make him into their lab rar as they take their bittersweet revenge? Or at least have their say. But they're not the only ones who have been traumatized by this monster. Tracy's sister, Ashley, was the first to be duped and terrorized by Martin. And with Eileen Davidson returning this week, it's clear she'll be in the mix. Indeed, a surprising Alang Team E will look to take down Alan/Martin, and we predict it will involve Phyllis and Sharon working with Ashley, who they actually considered a suspect in their kidnapping for a few seconds. There's never been any love lost between Ashley and her brother's ex-wives, but they'll have to work together if they want to save Tracy and help to apprehend their tormentor. Is Bly and Ars Alan still alive? Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my UASR Media to our channel and stay with us.